Hey up everyone, here we go again. Right, what I'm going to do today is pull the cover off that old shitter, because my mission, should I choose to accept it, and I do, that's the first engine that we put together. I think we're getting about 130 psi on that. Probably the one I'm going to use for my bike, the one I'm going to dress as such. But I want to pull that out and I want to get it just temporarily bolted into that frame so that we can run it and put the radiator on and everything, run it right up to temperature, probably leave it ticking over for a little while, and then we can compression test it again while it's hot. Apparently that makes a difference from what I'm told. Then if we're happy with it, we can pull it out, dress it, and finally think about getting it into this powder coated frame here. It's been sitting here doing nothing for ages. And then we will probably do the same and pop that engine into the old shitter frame and then run that one up and do the same thing. But for today we're going to try and get that engine down there into that there. Right, let me get set up and we'll come back. Right, here we are. What's that there? Where's that go? We'll worry about that later. Okay, ideally we'd like it on its centre stand, but we already robbed that for another bike, so we're just going to have to manage. Engine mounting bolts I've already put in there, saves me trying to find them. I think the first thing we'll do is remove the remains of that that silencer there. So we can get that off. It's going to be anyway, and we'll use the exhaust that came off that red one. Oh, you fucker! That's not going to play nice. Oh, then again, coming. Yeah, the old bolt's turning. Let me just get a 19. These things are fucking useful. I bought a set of these ages ago and I forgot about them, and then rediscovered them. It's not a 19 though. I'm guessing it's a 17. What am I fucking about? All the tools to make a job easy and then don't use them. Oh, wrong way. Oh, my new torque wrench turned up as well. I'll show it you later. Ordered it one day, turned up the next. Right, that'll do. Out my finger. Right, we'll just put that on loose because we'll probably need to temporarily attach the other exhaust pipe to that. Yeah, not a great silencer, probably scrap. So, that was a Facebook Marketplace reply, and that was, yeah. Someone advertised a whole load of G-clamps, like 2 or 3 G-clamps and a couple of vice clamps and everything. Asking 12 quid for the lot. So I just sent a message, yeah, I'll have them, can I have the address? And they just replied, no, someone else has already took them. Oh, we're fucking right they are. 12 quid for a load of G-clamps. Right, that's on. What now? I suppose let's take them engine bolts out and then take that side cradle off as well. only did them up hand tight and they're already too fucking tight. Right, what size are they? 14. On this. So that's the front one. Is that one going to play nicely? Yeah. That's the back one. And then the top one I think is the same size, is it? Come on, you bastard. It's nice and warm today anyway. Is that the same size? No, top one is slightly shorter. Right, next is that cradle. 14, I think. Right, get out of the way, you. It can't be flat. Why is that fucking thing not working? I think it is. Yeah, it's dead. Fucking typical. Right, let me go and put this on charge and I'll come back. Right, that's on charge. I'll show you. This is me torque wrench that come. eBay seller called Folkestone Fixings, I think. Ordered this one day, turned up the next. Sealy. I know not everybody has got good things to say about Sealy, but this seems to be a decent one. Got a calibration certificate with it and everything. So, and the previous one was Draper, so this has got to be as good, if not better, than Draper. In fact, the Draper didn't have a calibration certificate on, so yeah, there it is, 40 quid. I know you can pay a lot more for a torque wrench, but I'm not. So that engine we messed about with yesterday, where we didn't do all the caps and everything properly, well, now I can, so we'll go back over that and do it properly. Where was I? Oh yes, 14. Yeah, me wrench thing's flat, so we're doing it by hand, doing it the old-fashioned way. That gear change is going to be in the way, so I think I'm probably going to whip that off as well. Remember, this is just going to be temporary. We're just putting it in as a simple way of running the engine up. I am going to have to rig something up with regards to a centre stand though, because I want to run through all the gears as well on the centre stand just to make sure they all change. So I've still got the old rotten one. I'll probably chuck some paint on that and throw it on. It's no good, it's too rotten to use, but it might do for just what I want to do. I was going to reuse this blue bodywork as well, and may well still use it, but the bike, I'm doing the bike up to a reasonably high standard. I hope I am anyway, that's the plan. And then if I put the blue bodywork on it, it's probably going to let the rest of it down a little bit. But what's the alternative? The alternative is me to paint it, and that I'm not that good at painting, to be honest with you. It's not so much that I'm not good at it. I haven't got the patience. You know, the flattening back and the polishing and the rubbing down. I do things because I enjoy doing them. And if I don't enjoy something, i.e. painting, you know, we'll see. We'll see anyway. Right, that's that cradle off. Why more bike manufacturers don't do this sort of thing, I don't know. It's just going to make getting the engine in and out so much easier. Right, now what? Okay, I'm going to whip this off because that's in the way, and then we'll drag the engine out here, turn the camera back on, and then you can all have a damn good laugh at me as I try and manhandle that thing in. Right then, I've moved it up onto the path in front of the shed doors, mainly because it's less distance for me to have to drag that big fuck off heavy lump all the way across there. So we need to get that in there, and I'm not entirely sure how the best way to do it, but let's grab a trolley jack, make a start and see how we go, I suppose. Right, you lot sit there, behave yourself, and I'll have a go. I don't think I've got any oil in this actually. I don't even remember whether I've got oil in it or not. Right. Come on, you fat bastard. Get up there. Now what? I don't think this jack is great at going sideways because the front wheels are fixed. Let's get a bar. That's perfectly safe, that's not going to fall off. That'll do. Irritating that this is got to come out again. Is there an easy way to get engines in and out of bikes, guys? I mean, even if I had a hoist, you know, I can't really effectively hoist it over the bike because of the frame. So, it's got to work it. What's that caught on? Now what's it called? Keeps catching on shit. Let's see what it's called. Let's go up a little bit. Come on, you fat cock. I can hear it solidly hitting something, but can't actually see what it's hitting. I think it might be that cradle on the other side. Oh, good. And I think we've probably got to sort of lean the bike over. It's in there, you sort of see we're sort of aiming for the right direction, but it's not helping that the bike's leaning because it's on a side stand. Let me get one of the engine bolts. Get all of the engine bolts. We can get these two back ones in. We're laughing our bollocks off. Right, leave that long one for the time being. Right, the shortest one goes to the top, I think. So, am I able to... No. Janky is the word, I think. Fucking janky. Is janky actually a word? I don't know. It's high enough, I think. Don't want it landing on my feet. I need to move it forward to clear that back mount, but it's jammed up on the horn bracket and the radiator, which, hindsight being the wonderful thing it is, I should have took off. Come on, give us a clue. Give me a clue. How the fuck do I get that in? Taking it out slightly easier because one has gravity on their side, whereas gravity is working against me on this occasion. I need three hands because I need to sort of pull that across. Hang on, knee. Lift that up. No. Right, let me jiggle about with that off camera, and we'll bring you back when we've got her in position. What a bastard! Yeah, with a lot of, probably an hour, a lot of pry barring, ratchet straps, different jacks, fucking about, I've eventually got the three engine bolts pushed through. Now that's fine on this bike, but I certainly don't want to be doing all of that when I'm trying to put a freshly dressed engine into a newly powder coated frame. So I have got to come up with another method of getting that engine in. I'm kind of thinking lowering the frame onto the engine with no wheels on it, but that's not going to be easy because, as you can see there, the frame wraps around underneath the engine. But anyway, let's get this, I've only got the bolts pushed through at the minute, so let me get this cradle on and get that tightened up. Then we can think about plumbing it all up with a view to running it. The idea anyway. Right, what's first? This fucking thing, I suppose. Let's get it the right way. front end in first. Who knew? I'm going to take this fucking horn off because it's a pain in the ass. Oh, I'm too old for this shit, really am. Come on, you fucking thing. On in there. These are only going to be nipped up for the purposes of holding the engine in place just while we run it, because as previously mentioned, it is coming out again. So, right, that seems to be slightly misaligned. Let's get that bolt. I've lost the bolt. Right, anyway, you don't need to see me do this shit. So, there it is. I've just got to tighten up all them bolts so that engine's secure. And move on to the next bit, I suppose. Right, back soon. Right, all bolted in. We're going to start putting some bits and pieces on now. And we're starting off with these water pipes. I did look at replacing these, but they're like 40 quid a piece. I'm not paying 40 quid, so I've painted these up. They'll be okay, they'll be just fine. You barely see them anyway. And OEM rubber seals. I did notice that in that gasket set I bought, there's some new rubber seals, but I've got proper OEM ones, so why wouldn't I? Well, they ain't fucking right. I've obviously bought the wrong ones, or I've bought there for another part of the engine. Let me see if I've got anything else. Yes, I have. I did buy the right ones. So yeah, I've got some proper sized ones. I don't know what them other ones are for then. I bought them for something. Right, take two. 3. I need 3. I suppose I ought to put some sort of grease on these, haven't I? So they go on there. Like so. Let me just, a bit of oil will do, won't it? I don't know what sort of oil this is. 2-stroke probably. It's better if it come out. Well, that's it. Okay, put that in there. I think they are different. One of them's got like a rubber hose thing. What do you call it? So they just pop in. They just pop in. I said they just pop in. Apparently they don't just pop in. What's wrong with you, bastard? I know they were fuckers to get out. I still haven't got myself a set of JIS. I should do. Anyway, that's the manky old screw that come out. No, I haven't got any cross heads, but I have got hex head. New hex heads. So why not use a new hex head? There you go. Have a quick look. There you go. Nice new water pipes. All fitted. Next, I didn't buy any spark plugs, to be honest. I've got a couple of manky ones, and they are manky and all, but they work. So we'll just clean them up best we can. We'll do that on the wire wheel, pop them in, and then what? Fuck knows. Yeah, I'll clean them up best I can. They're not great, but they'll do for now. The gap on these plugs though is way too tight. That's better. 0.6 to 0.7 is the recommended gap, and I can tell you now these were a lot more than that. A lot more. But now they're good. Right, let's bob them in. Must change these, so they do want changing. Wad. You go on there. Find one of them, but for now go on there. Okay, next let's connect these water pipes. There should be a small one somewhere. Where's that from? Well, I can't connect the big ones until I connected the small one. I can't see the small one. Maybe I've took it off and it goes to the water pump. Boom, boom, boom. Right, that goes on there, doesn't it? And I'll need a Jubilee clip. And you'll do nicely. What next? Water pump, I suppose. Exhaust, got to do. I don't know. It's getting there. Right, I don't think you want to see every single thing, do you? But yeah, I'll dip you in and out here and there. Right, we are going to leave it there for the time being. I'll pick this up in a few days, but that'll probably be a couple of minutes for you. As you can see, we've got the exhaust pipe on. We've got some of the wiring connected. We've painted and prepped a few parts inside, ready to go on. Don't look like I've done much, but yeah, it'll soon be ready to fire up. Right, we'll see you shortly. Cheers. Hello everybody. It's a few days later, and I'm back on this GPZ. We're trying to run this engine up. Can't remember where I left it last week, but I've gone ahead anyway. I've done a few things. I've connected the chain to the engine, mainly for ease of moving it around. I've connected the carbs. I've also connected the throttle. I've connected the choke. I've connected all the water pipes, I think. That took a bit of figuring out because I couldn't remember where they all went. This don't look right, does it? But you know, I can't think of how else it can go. I did take photos, I just didn't take enough photos in the right place when I took it apart, but hey ho. Right, the next thing I want to do, fit a battery, see if we've got spark initially. There's engine oil in it, I've done that, so we'll chuck a battery on, check if we've got spark. If we have, we'll try and introduce a bit of fuel to it and see if we can get this bad boy to fire up. Right. Yeah, I need two hands. Let me get the battery connected. We'll get another spark plug and we'll check for spark. Back soon. Might as well have the camera on. And if it catches fire, that'll make good YouTube content, won't it? What we're doing. I've got no airbox on at the moment, so I don't think it'll make a massive amount of difference. Oh, there's a what do you call it? A vacuum line there that I need to plug. I'll do that in a minute. I think I've connected everything, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Positive. Always connect positive first. I don't know if you know that. I'm sure you do. Why? Because if you connect negative first, you can arc it across. Right. Okay, let's just see what I've got. Absolutely fuck all. No starter, no crank at all. What we're doing? Oh. Clearly I've missed something, haven't I? Alright, let me just go through that. Not indicators or anything. My lights? Nope. Don't know about anything. No indicators. Absolutely nothing, as if I've not even put a battery on it. Right, let me look into that and we'll come back. Right, I've changed the starter relay. That kiddie there, thinking that was it. Still won't go on the starter button, but if I cross the starter out, it will go. Oh, wind's getting up. Let's see if I've got spark. You'll have to take my word for it, because I can't be bothered to move the camera. No. We are completely surrounded by no spark. Absolutely fuck all. Right. Oh, I'm losing interest today. I've been on it a lot longer than I've been filming, so getting a bit tired of it. Right, let me do a bit of troubleshooting and we'll probably come back. Right, we have spark. Don't ask me how though. I just jiggled around with the leads and it just come back. Some HT leads or something, I don't know. Anyway, I've filled up the float bowl with fuel. Let's give it another go. Right, ignition on. I want to connect up a few more bits and pieces. I want the temperature gauge connected. See what else I've missed off. I want to run this. I've filled it with water, just not coolant, just plain water. I do want to run it up to temperature and then leave it running for a fair old while. I want to sort of give this engine a bit of a shakedown. We'll probably run through the gears and fuck knows what else. I've got to go and get some E5 petrol as well. I took a bit of E10 out my Royal Enfield. Not ideal for this. I want to run it on E5, which is probably what it's supposed to have. And then, well, I don't know. We'll set the fucking engine out again, I suppose, and start to dress it. I do want to check the compression again. I want to put the compressor on tester on it, but only when I've run it for a while. But yeah, happy enough with that. Let's see if there's enough in the old float bowl to fire it up again. I don't know why the starter won't work though. Irritating. But anyway, here we go. She's running out of fuel though. Surprised me how long they'll run. Oh, look, that light's working. Yeah, surprised me how long they'll run on a carburettor full of float bowl full of fuel. Let her die, let her run out of fuel. Come on, run out of fuel. I've learned an awful lot about these engines over the last few weeks. There she goes. Yeah, right. A few more bits and pieces to do, but we'll get a few more things connected up and give her a proper shakedown. Proper fuel supply as well would be good, wouldn't it? I've got one of them bottle things that I could put on it. Anyway, we'll bring you back. Right then, still haven't got it working off the starter switch. I've refilled the float bowl and I've popped that airbox on. Now when I say I've popped the airbox on, what I actually mean is I wrestled with the bastard thing for about an hour to try and get it in there, and I finally got it in. So I fire it soak on it. Not really enough fuel to run it right up to temperature though. It'll work. Wifey mowing the lawn. Next thing I need to do, I think, is get some proper fuel for it, get an auxiliary tank rigged up and get that run right up to temperature. But for today, I think we'll call it there. Cheers.